Welcome back. Today, I want to talk a little bit about Dragon Ball Curse of the Blood Rubies. I actually just watched this movie and I really want to talk about it because there's so much. There is so much to talk about. This is my first time watching through all of the Dragon Ball movies, so I'd love to do a review like this for every one of them, and maybe we branch out in the future, Pokemon, Detective Conan, and more. Now, for Curse of the Blood Rubies, first off, the character from the village being named Pansy. Insane call out. Insane. Did love to see Shenron again. It's been a while. We've got our whole crew, which this is my one little gripe with the whole movie. It took 35 minutes. 35 minutes to get the gang together and going towards the bad guy. There were a couple of scrums in there. It wasn't until around the 40-minute mark that a fight actually really started. But as someone that did just start to read the Dragon Ball manga and who has seen the show, there's some inconsistencies. There are some inconsistencies, but it's a fun time. It is a fun time. They just spend so much time meeting everyone really quickly when it's like, bro, we know these characters. We love these characters. You don't gotta sell us on the people. And if I remember, did Goku meet Yamcha in a forest and not the wasteland? Either way, it was nighttime. I'm pretty sure it was just a random forest. Minimum, it was nighttime. It was not the same location as in the manga during the day, and it is not the same place as in the anime. The anime and the manga are pretty one for one, so of course. But there were a few one-liners in there where I could picture straight out of the manga, especially Yamcha and Puar, when Yamcha retreats after seeing Bulma for the first time. Oh boy, that was a good time, recognizing that and just being in that moment. The fact it's the character introductions I have my gripes with, honestly. Pansy taking Goku and Bulma straight to Master Roshi and the turtle. Crazy. Just kind of skipped a whole lot of lore. Yamcha and Puar were already there. Oolong was along for the ride. Oolong did give us a couple cool moments in this movie. Being a big guy, he was very comedic relief in this movie, and I loved it. He was the soup samurai, whatever, that he was in the manga, so that was pretty cool. And then he burned his finger just like in the manga. That was cool. And overall, it can't be canon. It's not canon. So we have to approach this with a different lens and see it for the artistic value. So, with blind ranking this, I'm going to give this honestly a 6 out of 10. We're going to watch all of the Dragon Ball and all the Dragon Ball Z movies. So eventually I do want to rank them in like a whole tier list. And then we might even get a reaction from my friends. We'll see. This is just the nerd in me that's gotta talk out what I just saw. And it's so funny. So funny that this is an actual, like, produced thing. So because this movie was only 50 minutes and like 50 odd seconds, there's not a whole lot to talk about, but I do want to talk about some of the story elements. We've talked about the introductions. So, the plot line, this is where spoilers start. King Gurumes is mining and mining and mining blood rubies in this little town. And this girl, Pansy, shows up. She's a little girl, and she's just like, hey, yo, stop that. She slingshots right into one of the guys, the construction workers. He's like, hey, I'm waking here. Kinda. And that launches her dad to step in on her behalf when a soldier rushes up. And she runs to get help, who is supposed to be Master Roshi. Now, Master Roshi eventually tells her that Goku is more than enough because she ran into Goku and Bulma first. And then they were all taken over with Pansy to Master Roshi. And I'm gonna be real, I just summarized up to the 40-minute mark. This is 15 minutes and 50 seconds. So there's a very quick battle. We did get to see something very interesting. I really liked the part where Oolong is a giant monster. Alright, Oolong's this big monster, and he is scaring away soldiers, and then him and Poir, who is also a giant monster, they just meet face to face and they both freak out. But what is really interesting about that is the backgrounds look a lot and feel a lot like when Goku invaded the Red Ribbon Army's little tower, and he eventually came face to face with Ader, who was just an absolute sweetheart at his core. Really liked it because of that. A lot of parallels right there. For the wish, because the fight wasn't too long, Goku realizes the Kamehameha wave is not going to work on Gurumes. So Bulma throws the final of the 7 Dragon Balls in Gurumes' mouth before he can eat Goku, while he's doing a flying kick in, and she summons Shenron. And instead of Bulma wishing for a boyfriend or Yamcha wishing for a girlfriend, they both reluctantly let Pansy wish her village back to peaceful and beautiful. And also in that, King Gurumes is made human again. He's made something again. He's no longer this devourer. He's no longer this gluttonous monster. He's back to his regular self. At first, he was like, I'm still hungry. And Pansy hands him a apple. And he's just like, oh man, I'm so full. That was so much after one bite. And it's... If you went into this, though, thinking this was going to be a super serious movie, and if you were one person to get mad because you love Dragon Ball so much and you don't want to see it tainted, don't watch this movie. I love Dragon Ball. It's not tainted because of this. I feel like this is just a fun little fan fiction, almost, is literally what it is. But yeah, this is going to be a quicker video. These videos are going to be quicker. Eventually, there will be a lot of these small little reviews. Remember, we gave this a 6 out of 10. And be excited if you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below, and we will continue to review Dragon Ball movies, Dragon Ball Z movies, Pokemon, Detective Conan, Spy X Family, whatever we can get our hands on, whatever you would like, let me know. And I will see you in the next video.